Hey guys, how are you today? So, I'm gonna go ahead and change my boots from one axle shaft to a complete other axle shaft. And I wanted to see how long this would actually take me to switch, because if you've never done a boot, they rip very easily, and you want to make sure they're well lubed. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna run across the garage and close my door a bit. Sorry guys, I have people doing my roof on my house today, so just want to sound crazy. So these are a bitch, just as much as a bitch to take off as they are to put on. And what I like to do is, this is gonna be very raw. Take some good old Honda grease, and just lube up the inside of the shaft a bit here, or the boot, doesn't make a difference. Squeeze a bunch in, on this side. I just decided to do this the last minute really quickly, guys. So make sure it's getting really lubed here, because I gotta make sure this is well lubed, because this is my last two boots. So as you pull them off, you want to make sure they're going over the pins without breaking. They're really hard to lift, especially when they're all lubed up. So I just keep twisting them around the pin until they're able to slide over. It takes a little bit of work, and they're a bit of a pain in the ass. The problem is I am going a little faster than I really normally would, but I have two of them to do. So I like to shove them in the vise to put them both on and off. It's just easier to move them. So you pull one end from the pin and then the other side. And this is why I'm wearing gloves, guys. It's a very much of a pain in the ass to do this, especially in a short amount of time. I just kind of want to get them done and over with. I've been procrastinating all weekend, and I just decided I might just try to do this really quick. So once you're at the pin, right to the top, and you can see the pin is really close to the edge, you peel it off. You try to peel the bottom of the rubber up and over the pin without it ripping. And sometimes the other side might need to come up a little more, but eventually it will, especially if it's well lubed. I'm really close. Getting closer. I have no one to corrode for you guys, so bear with me here. I'm going to move the other side of the shaft around so I can pull the other side, because I don't want this to rip. This is my last axle shaft. So I'm going to be very careful with the rubbers, because they're also my last rubbers. And this is the last axle shaft that I'm going to be able to get from my buddy, because he has so many extras. I just ripped my boot. Son of a fucking bitch. Fuck. I'm fucked now. Yeah, just ripped the boot. That's great. Fucking perfect. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, these are a real bitch to take off. Putting them on is not that bad. Problem is, when you're wearing gloves, they're a real bitch to grab. And I just put another hole through the other side now too. Well, I got it off, but I got two fucking holes through it. And I'm pretty sure that's my last boot. Can't even grab anything right now because my hands are all greasy. Anyways, I'm gonna try this side a different way here. So I'm gonna try the inside out method. Usually I do this when I take them off. Or sorry, when I put them on. But this shit is so greasy, it's so hard to do. I put a couple little holes through it, but it's not gonna hurt it if there's just a pin. Yeah, these things are hard to move when they are greased up. Well, this isn't gonna work. I guarantee you it's not gonna work. Because I still have to take the fucking top end off before I do the bottom, so I just gotta hope for the best here. Maybe I won't use the vise this time. Just try to push them up. Look at that, fucking thing popped right off. Oh, because there's no pin on this one. The pin's broken off on this side. So that's the old pin. Now, I did turn this one inside out, but it turned back around the other way. So, put some lube on this side. And guys, this is me trying to go quick. Okay, so I lube this side. Let's go down a little more here. Okay, so when you put them on, I like to flip them inside out. A lot of people do this. It's just another method. Again, hard to do when you're greasy rubber gloves. Plus I've had, I don't know, 5 or 6 beer. Okay. Alright, fucking around here. You slippery little bastards. Alright. It's not really that hard to flip them inside out. Alright. Very greasy. This Honda lube works very well. Okay. I should have got my tools out before I started doing this. Alright. This one is flipped inside out. Now you have to get the inside to the outside. So I usually just spread it over my thumb. Or my finger, I should say. Now you have it all open. It's inside out. But there's still the actual portion at the end that has to flip up over too. So I will grab, it doesn't make a difference right now. Everything's gonna be grease covered. So you just wanna make sure you have the actual end flipped up and over. Guys, I don't care if I have a couple little minor holes in the ends because I'm getting all new axles next year. The little lip is a real bitch to get up through. And close enough, it should flip over that and I can get the little lip afterwards. So again, lubed up well. So what you want to do is flip the inside, or the outside I should say, over, and then bring it down. It ain't gonna matter at this point because there's already little holes in on the pins already. So you want to flip it down over the pins again. You have no idea how hard this is to move this shit, guys, when it's this lubed. And honestly, usually it doesn't take me this long to do this. But now I'm just being precautious because I've already put a couple of pinholes through the rubbers. Wow, is that ever a fucking bitch to grab onto right now? just lubed like crazy. I can't even grab the rubber. Okay, I'm pretty much at the top. Just gotta get the ball. So you want to flip it over the pins, which is a real bitch to do. Again, I've already ripped a fucking boot. So if it rips through, I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Plus there's already a rip there. Yeah guys, usually I do this a lot quicker, but this is the first time I actually use this Honda grease. And it is super slick wearing rubber gloves. I bet you if I didn't have the gloves on right now, it would be a lot quicker. Yeah. So this boot is actually sitting over the pin right now, which isn't good because it could rip even more than it already is. So I'm going to try. This is a fucking complete fail. Yeah, the pin is already sticking through the rubber right now, so I can't move that side. This is what happens when you do raw shit on camera. Okay, I gotta take this out of here because I can't work with it in the damn vise. Actually, it's probably better in the vise, but I can't really see where I'm going with it. See, my pin is through the rubber right now. So I'm trying to tug on something that's already ripped through and I can't grab it. So it's a real bitch because it's locked on one side right now. Like it's a real bitch. I don't even know what the fuck. It's already ripped through. Like I can't grab it so it goes around the fucking thing now. Fail. Yeah, this is gonna be fucked. They will not scratch over. This Honda lube is way too lubricated. Way too lubricated. Fuck Christ's sakes. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Trying to flip it back over and see if the pin moves somewhere else. And it did not. Well, that sucks. This was my last axle boot. And I cannot get it over the goddamn rip. This is a real bitch. This is definitely a fail. Yeah, big fail. My hands are all fucking... Wow. Without having any grip to this, it's impossible to do it. Yeah. Well, guys, this was a fail right off the bat. The worst part is, I think this is the one that I actually put the holes through originally, and now I got two that have holes. I can't tell. I think they're ripped, but... Fuck. That sucks. Like, I have no way to get this on without sticking a hole through it again. It's so lubed, I can't even grab anything. Like, I cannot even stretch it over the fucking end right now. It's so lubed. I don't know what to do here now. Like, do I take my gloves off and try to work it without the fucking gloves on, or what? Wow. Okay, I just got this one. Maybe. Did it go over or did it go through? rubber over the rip. Okay, no, this isn't completely through, but my gloves are ripping. Are you fucking serious right now? Oh my god. 10 years later. Alright guys, I was gonna give up on this, but I kept going even though I know the boot already is ripped. But anyways, what you want to do is flip it back over the right direction. So from inside out back to right side up. And then basically you just work it back and forth until everything stretches back to where it should be. Now again, normally I can do this pretty good without ripping a boot. It is a real bitch, and again, I've had a few alcoholic drinks here, so yes, there is a... The hell is this? Oh, it's just fucking goop, man. Alright. What the hell? Ugh, the fucking pin's caught on a fucking hole. Yeah. You motherfucking piece of shit. Okay, so this Honda lube that I'm using, my buddy told me to use it because it would work way better. But you know what? It's so fucking slimy. Okay, so basically you just keep working the boot back and forth until it gets over the little stop point there. You got your little grooves here. See? Your little grooves that are here. You just keep working it back and forth until it gets into place. So I have actually, this is the one. It's really hard to tell. I'm just trying to get it, all the rubber spread out here. So it's right at the stopper. So my boot is at the stopper. You can see the little pinhole, if you can see the little pinhole there where the pin went through. It's not really that major. I mean, it's just a pinhole. It's not like it's completely ripped apart. There's one that I started on that side too, but it didn't completely fuck up. So anyways, that's one boot done. Now you do the same with the other side, and hopefully I don't have as many fucking problems. I gotta piss really bad. So guys, I got off work early today because I hit a dead point at work. So me and my guy left early. So again, I'm gonna work in this shit. I'm gonna flip it inside out. So yeah, me and my guy left early, and it's just we hit a dead point. School started today, and it just died down at the dealership. So I came home. And I got into some alcohol right off the bat. I just had a few beer and a Caesar. But my long weekend kind of consisted, our Labor Day weekend was more of a rainy Labor Day weekend. So see, I put that boot inside out, and I just keep pushing my hand through, or my finger through, so it completely opens up inside out. So now all we do is we stick the end over, lube her up a little bit, and hopefully this one doesn't go as bad as the last one did. It is very hard to stretch this rubber over this shit, especially when you're wearing rubber gloves, but I just didn't want to get my hands all full of gunk. This one is going to go a little better than the last one did. It's actually almost on already. Just keep pulling the rubber down, hand over. It's really hard to stretch this shit. Okay, I'm down as far as I can go. Now I gotta work the boot over the pin, which went over on this side already. I'm doing good on this one, guys. This is how it's supposed to go. And the other pin is through, and then we're done. Done. Didn't rip this one at all. So you flip the boot back over. This is not my